you know, he made $100 million, you know, and he's his own boss. He can say and do what he wants to do, having a great team.
Yeah.
Because no one person can do it by himself. That was the core of the team.
Gotcha.
You know, and it was a tremendous sacrifice, you know, especially for me. I worked like 15 years straight, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, that whole middle part of my life,
Yeah.
it didn't exist. It didn't exist.
And now you have this egg on your face and things are falling apart. And now people are wondering, did you get screwed, or was it your own financial ignorance, and now you're bitter?
People taking shots at a great fighter, Mayweather. Probably the same people that were, applauding him and saying how great he was at one point, and now they're taking shots at him like they're almost, like they get pleasure out of seeing a great fall, potentially.
You're right,
fall.
but when you call yourself the money man, you do it to yourself a little bit too.
No, I can't argue with that.
Leonard Ellerbe recently opened up about the rumors that Floyd Mayweather has lost his massive $1.1 billion fortune and is now broke. To him, this news did not come as a shock. Having worked directly with Floyd in the past, he witnessed firsthand how freely and excessively he spent his money. In Ellerbe's view, those kinds of habits were bound to lead to serious money troubles sooner or later.
I've been saying from day one what it is that, and then they know, everybody laughed at me. They laughed at me. They say, oh, you know, he just talking nonsense. I've been told, all of you guys.
Leonard Ellerbe points out that once Floyd Mayweather reached the peak of fame and success, negative opinions were unavoidable. The real test, according to Ellerbe, was not the criticism itself, but how Mayweather decided to handle it.
At the end of the day, when you're on top, when you're at the top, you can expect criticism. It just comes with success, and it's all about how you handle things. And me personally, none of it's personal. None of it's.
Leonard Ellerbe states that none of what happened was ever personal. He truly believes Floyd could have built a strong and lasting business career if he had shown real dedication to his projects and made wiser choices at each step.
One who formed his own company,
Right.
But he was the first one that had a team surrounded by him. That our focus was the business, and his focus was the boxing. And in turn, we built the brand, built Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah.
And Floyd became his own boss.
Wow.
And that.
Logan Paul is now taking jabs at Floyd Mayweather Jr. by saying he is still waiting to receive the $1.5 million he claims he was never paid for their exhibition fight.
Because he's still waiting on the 1.5 from Floyd Mayweather. He made this video simultaneously with the beef with Le'Veon, and I don't know, maybe it's coincidence, maybe it isn't.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. The fight nobody asked for except me. I need this. Because if Floyd wins, he can finally pay me my $1.5 million. I don't care about the legacy fight. I don't care that these men have a combined age of 100 years. I care that Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer alive, uses those same hands that made him 100 million to Venmo me my money. And Floyd, if you're watching this, win it and pay me back, or I'm gonna send my goons after you. Gotcha. Hey.
I really don't know why I watched that. Yeah, listen, dude. Logan is, again, functionally a coward for not doing this. I was really excited for it, too. I couldn't wait. That was about to be content, stud. But, I mean, okay, yes, I understand if he is under WWE contract, they're not going to allow him to do.
Eddie Atlas observes that a lot of the people who used to support and praise Floyd are now mocking him. They are laughing at what they consider to be the biggest low point of his entire career.
Oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Stephen Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available because the landscape made it.
Whack 100 says that Floyd Mayweather is not broke at all. In his view, Floyd still has great wealth, but not in the form of money. Instead, he believes Floyd stays rich in peace of mind because he does not allow rumors or what other people say to disturb his life or his career.
Where Floyd is rich at right now,
What's that?
his peace of mind. When I send him things, like I send you things when it's pertaining to you, when he gets the time, he'll call me and he say, hey, Wack, what's that? And I tell him, he said, that's nonsense. He said, well, as long as they trying to figure me out, they not gonna be able to figure out what they need to do. And he continues to move. I will say this without saying too much, that I've seen him pass on some big deals based upon business he already has on the table. But again, I've been to his home, I talk to him regular. He's my business.
Paulie Malignaggi says that if Floyd Mayweather Jr. had kept his finances more private, people probably would not have questioned his wealth so much. However, because Floyd was always showing off his money in public, it made everyone pay closer attention and closely watch his financial situation.
He was seeing how much Floyd was making, right? And Floyd himself was flaunting himself like he was the guy who was making that kind of money. And for all intents and purposes, I assume he was. Everybody assumed he was, and it seemed like he thought he was because he wasn't complaining. He was showing off, you know? This is why, as I get older, I feel like, and everybody always tells you this when you're young, like, keep your finances private, you know, and this is why I think this is a big reason why. First and foremost, you notice that if you don't keep your finances private, everybody and their mothers ask you for money constantly. And they don't ask you for...
That happens either way.
And they don't, they don't ask you, well, people assume you have money, but if you flaunt it, you definitely, they confirm you have money. And they don't ask you for money like you need to buy the Rolex or the Lamborghini. They'll guilt you into it. They need their mother's dying in the hospital. They need to pay for a funeral. Their kid is sick. Like, they guilt you into it, and you almost feel bad not.
A boxing analyst takes a close look at the surprising financial fall of Floyd Mayweather, a fighter once famous for openly flaunting his riches. Throughout his career, he teamed up with big names like Steven Espinoza and Showtime, but now he is taking them to court for $340 million, saying there is still money they never gave him. His longtime advisor Al Heyman is not involved in this lawsuit, yet Floyd keeps dealing with more and more legal troubles. The analyst also points out that his extreme spending habits likely played a big part in his situation, since he owned massive collections of luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and even his own private jet.
That we are going to go through in this video. Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? Bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious duplex in...
High-end apartments, expensive rent, and unpaid bills started to stack up, resulting in several legal cases. A couple in Miami who owned the condo Floyd Mayweather was renting said he owed them close to $500,000 in back rent. According to reports, he did make some payments early on, but later he stopped replying to their attempts to collect the money. Experts think that years of overspending, poor money management, and relying on others to handle his finances finally caught up with him. The analyst also mentions that fame and big earnings do not automatically protect anyone from financial trouble, and even top athletes can go bankrupt if they do not look after their money wisely.
This sum represents the $500,000, $500,000 in arrears plus late fees minus a deposit that Mayweather paid at the start of the lease and the $100,000 catch-up payment. So they deducted what he did submit when he was made aware of this, the $100K, and I guess a deposit, so the remaining balance is that. An attorney for Mayweather did not provide a comment by deadline. He has not responded to the lawsuit in court. In a separate legal matter, so we've already went over one with this luxury condo in Manhattan, right? But a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry that he took. But
Holly Malignaggi and Chris Algieri talk about how Floyd Mayweather ended up in financial trouble even after making enormous amounts of money during his boxing career. Malignaggi says it is hard to believe that someone operating at Floyd's level could let such huge sums of money slip away without noticing. He points out that normal luxury buys like a Ferrari or pricey jewelry are one thing, but the financial scale Floyd dealt with was much bigger. While smaller costs might go unnoticed, the money tied to Floyd's career was on a completely different level. Algieri adds that at the height of Floyd's success, losing track of earnings from even one fight could lead to major losses, and over time, those small slip-ups could add up and turn into serious money problems.
I don't know, like there's guys who have a lot of money, okay? For me, I could go into a jewelry store, spend 20,000 at the time, like nothing. Like, you know what, I didn't plan on going there. I bought a Ferrari. I went to with my friend to go check out a Ferrari he was gonna buy. I went there and I'm like, I got this in my account, I could buy this right now. You know, like that, you know? And I'm not saying that's smart, what I'm saying is,
your accountant must have loved you.
yeah, really. But what I'm saying is, I got good money for that when I sold it. I gotta be honest.
I'm just,
Hey, the used car market came back at the time. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it could go like that, okay? That kind of money. But bro, 340 million? That's not Ferrari, but that's a lot of Ferraris, a lot of houses.
But Floyd had a lot of Ferraris, and that's the thing about Floyd. Like, yes, is that way too much money? Yes, that's a crazy amount.
Holly Malignaggi draws comparisons to past cases, bringing up fighters like Mike Tyson who lost huge sums of money due to bad financial choices and people around them taking advantage. Both analysts agree that Floyd Mayweather's money troubles did not happen overnight, but rather built up over many years, even after he had earned massive amounts. They suggest that someone may have recently pointed out these issues to him, or is currently going through his financial records. The conversation also highlights that fame and huge paychecks do not guarantee lasting financial safety, not even for some of the biggest earners in the sport.
Track of an entire fight price, more than one fight, multiple fight
at the height of your career.
$340 million? There's nights where you didn't make that much money in a night.
But we heard about stuff like this with Mike Tyson back in the day. Yeah. Big money losses, people taking advantage of him, a number of different things. Now, all that being said and done, 10 years is the point. That is the major point of all of this. Because when you look about this now, 10 years, where does this come from? It makes me think that someone's gotten in his ear. And maybe, where does this come from out of nowhere? Is he going through the books now, 10 years later? No, of course not. Someone else is. Someone else is probably telling him, hey man, this is like this, this is like that. So you
think it did happen?
I don't know. I think regardless of whether it happened or it didn't,
that's what I'm wondering.
Unless it's coming out of nowhere, unless he literally is just getting just
he's losing his mind because there's a lot of rumors about him losing money, right?
Losing money, being I don't want to say destitute, but the old saying, the mighty.
Boxing journalist Dan Rafael says he was not caught off guard by the news of Floyd Mayweather running into money problems after stepping away from the ring. In his view, anyone who paid close attention to Floyd throughout his career could have seen this coming, simply because of how openly he spent his cash. His way of living was over the top and always on display, with private planes, high-end cars, fancy trips, and constant shows of riches. Rafael points out that Floyd lived in a way that very few people could even imagine, and most of it was put out there for everyone to see through social media, interviews, and videos.
But the fact that Floyd would encounter some financial issues post his boxing career is not in any way a surprise to me. When you see the types of things that, if you believe anything that he puts on his social media, the travel that he does, the places he goes, and the amount of entourage he has, that's like a money pit. Whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first-class hotels, or you're buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it. It's all good when you're making those gigantic paydays and they're coming in, a couple times a year. You're making 40 million here and 25 million there, or even more, 100 million plus, when he fought the big mega fights with guys like Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. But when that stops, that money doesn't,
Dan Rafael stresses that a lifestyle built on constant spending usually leads to money troubles sooner or later. He believes that even someone as successful as Floyd Mayweather can watch huge earnings disappear over time when expenses are not kept in check and luxury living stays the main focus. People regularly saw him travel in style, buy expensive items, and maintain a way of life that came with heavy ongoing costs. Rafael sees this as an important warning for athletes and celebrities everywhere. No matter how much a person earns, living beyond what is sustainable can create serious financial hardships. He thinks that a mix of public showiness, heavy spending, and years of poor money management helps explain why Floyd Mayweather is now facing financial struggles, despite making record-breaking amounts during his career.